two times in one day. Welcome back to Good Things for Good People, the little tiny YouTube channel with great big dreams of changing the world for good. This evening you join me in the parking lot of Cracker Barrel, which, if you're a road warrior, is kind of usually in your repertoire, right? Today I have managed to grab those low-hanging fruit on the good deeds tree, the little tiny bulbs at the very, very bottom that I can get to easily, or maybe a cat could get to. And I went ahead and took care of Michelle while I was at BW3's today for lunch. And then I took care of my young lady in here while I was at Cracker Barrel tonight. So tip the check twice in one day. How about them apples? You know, it's all about the little stuff. It really is, and it's about being able to make impacts for people. That's what I'm really trying to focus on here. That's what I'm really trying to model here. And yeah, I mean, it's more money out of my own pocket for sure. But there's nobody with me. So let's, you know, if I had been having lunch with Katrina, or if we had gone out for dinner, it would have cost me the same amount of money. So, you know, not that big of a deal, right? Actually, probably would have cost me more money if I had just tipped regularly off a bigger check. Whatever. You get the point. The idea here is do the stuff you can do. You know, make the impact you can make. Don't think about the fact that, oh, God, I'd love to be able to do this, or I'd love to be able to do that, and have these great, big, grandiose dreams. Focus on the wins you can get. Focus on the things you can impact directly and that you can make a change in right now. Anyway, if you are interested, welcome back to Good Things for Good People. This is a brand new little YouTube project. We're just a little over 60 days old, and it's basically just my little pet project, a new YouTube channel that I'm trying to use to create some positive momentum in the world, some positive focus, some positive energy, some that kind of stuff, right? So I'm trying to use this as a platform to encourage people and to model the good behaviors that I think people would like to see. The whole point of this channel is we're going to use the ability that YouTube gives us to generate revenue, to be able to make money, to be able to use to do good things for good people. Now, whether or not that's, you know, tipping a waitress when I go out to lunch or dinner or whatever it is, or paying for groceries or gas or whatever we can use it for, the process is very simple. YouTube already has it all in place. All you have to do is click and watch these videos, and your watch time, your view becomes revenue that we can use to be able to do, stay with me now, good things for good people, right? You know, it's got some great dreams, right? We've got some big things we want to be able to do. We've all got those great big moments that we would love to be able to make a change in somebody else's life that's around us. And that's great. It's great to have goals. It's great to have dreams. It's great to have stretch goals that you're really reaching towards. But you also need to make sure you set those little ones, right? You need to set those little goals. The ones that are easily achievable, or maybe not necessarily easily achievable, but easier achievable. You got to have those ones that you know you can reach. And then you set another goal, and another goal, and another goal, and you've made progress, right? I want to kind of tie that to people who oftentimes win a lottery or think about winning the lottery, right? I'm going to win the Mega Millions, and I'm going to win $500 million. And then you're going to pay a buttload of taxes on it. But you won $500 million in the Mega Millions. And then you can just rattle off all the things that I would do with that $500 million minus taxes, right? We've all got that shopping list, that to-do list. Oh, I'd buy an island. I'd buy a yacht. I'd pay off all my family's debts. I'd buy my mom a house. I'd travel the world. I'd get even better hair. I don't know. Whatever your I would, if I won the lottery thing is great. I'm not saying it's not. It's a great thing to have those dreams and those things that you would do if the ultimate experience of a windfall happened to you, you know? But what we all too often are ignoring are the little things that we can actually affect and that we can actually accomplish or do before winning the lottery. And that's portionally going to be based on a monetary situation. You know, if you don't necessarily have the money to be able to travel internationally, there's only so much you can do. If you don't have the ability to pay off your mom's house, there's only so much you can do. But you can set smaller goals. You can set smaller things that you could do. Smaller things that you can affect right now with a limited budget or with a limited capability or a limited time. It doesn't have to be travel the world, for 2 years. It can be, back when I grew up, we had this guy in the Cleveland area. I believe his name was Neil Zerker, if I remember correctly. And he did a thing called the One Tank Trip. And the One Tank Trip was all about what are the great places that you could go from the Cleveland area on one tank of gas and go see. What can you do? What can you experience? What kind of place can you see? What kind of food can you eat? What kind of people can you meet? That kind of thing, right? And it's stuck with me forever. I mean, I don't even know. I'm sure Neil's not around anymore, but the One Tank Trip was something I remember seeing when I was a kid. He used to do this all the time. And I remember seeing it on the news. And he would do these little trips. And it kind of works really well with what I'm trying to say here is, what's your one tank trip? What is your thing you can do now that you have enough gas in your tank to accomplish? Either metaphorically speaking or literally. What can you do? What can you experience? Where can you go on a tank of fuel and get home that will be a positive influence on your life and your people around you? You guys have seen me, if you've been paying attention to this channel, I do quite a lot of driving. If you pay attention to me on the other channel, I do quite a lot of driving. So I've been all over this world. I've been very, very blessed to have driven basically this entire country and to have been able to see all kinds of incredible places in this country. And I love driving. I do. And I love getting off the beaten path into the little tiny communities that are around, getting off the interstates and getting on the highways and byways. I love that kind of stuff. The stuff that we did as Americans before the interstate system, when you had all these little towns that survived based on people traveling to and fro, right? You had Main Street. You had small communities that lived off of people driving to and fro. And unfortunately now that we're all interstate drivers, when you're blasting from Pittsburgh to Columbus or Pittsburgh to Dayton or Indianapolis, you don't have to stop for anything. You don't even have a red light that you're going to have to stop for, right? You just get on the road and go. And that's going to be, 250 miles from there to there. You don't even need to get gas, or if you do need to get gas, the only person you're going to see is going to be the person in the gas station if you go in, because you can pay at the pump. So you might not even see another person. You're going to make that 250-mile journey and not have any experiences. There's so many things between here and there. Now, as somebody who spends a large chunk of my life in Ohio, I'll admit that there's probably a lot of things that you don't want to see between Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. But, the whole idea here is, excuse me, the whole idea I'm trying to bring up here is we need to concentrate on the little stuff that we can actually directly affect now, right? We need to figure out what we can do, whether it's taking care of Michelle at BW3s and giving her an extra $10. It's not going to change my life, but it'll put some wind underneath her wings, right? Giving this young lady a little extra for her service here this evening. Slow night right before Christmas. She's got 2 kids. I heard her talking to a table beside me. I wasn't being creepy. But, the things that you can do, it's not going to totally change my life, and it's not going to probably totally change her life, but it's something I can immediately affect, and so I'll do it. That's what we really need to focus on. And this channel, eventually we're going to get to that point where we can make big things happen. We can make big revenue things happen. I believe in it, and because I've been around on the YouTube space for quite a long time, I know that just staying engaged and creating content, eventually you will get there. You will win. All you have to do is just keep trying. Even if you're not good at it. Even if you're not good at this at all. And I wouldn't say I'm great, but I wouldn't say I'm terrible. But even if you're not good at this at all, you're at least going to get some viewership. You're going to at least get somebody that bumbles around and finds a video of yours and watches 10 or 15 minutes of it, or 4 or 5 minutes of it, clicks on one of your shorts because YouTube put it out there, whatever. Every single one of those, once the channel is monetized, is going to generate some level of revenue for you, right? You're going to have a chance to pick up one subscriber here, another subscriber there. Maybe something randomly cross-references one of your videos. Who knows what. But as long as you stay committed to the process, as long as you keep working it and keep committing and making content, you're going to succeed. Where most content creators fail is the fact that they give up. They stop creating. And I get that. It's tough. I'll be honest. It is tough. It's frustrating at times. It's annoying at times. It feels like you're just spinning your tires and wasting your time and your energy and sometimes your money. I 100% get that. But if you never give up, you'll never lose. If you never give up, you'll never lose. Think about it. If you just keep trying and you don't ever quit, you'll never lose because you're just still trying. You're still trying. And that's where I am with this project. We're just over 60 days in and things are growing well. We are not having any kind of a viral moment. This is a slog it out kind of fight, but I'm not going to give up on it. And I'm going to continue to do the little things that I can do. This kind of stuff, right? Taking care of my waitresses, taking care of good people. You can spot good people. Hopefully you've got a pretty good radar for people, and you can spot folks that are good, or that you want to take a chance on. Give them a hand up. And you may get burned. It may be something where you get taken advantage of. Somebody sells you on a story or a situation that ends up not being true. It's okay. That's on them. That's not on you. You did a good thing. You thought that person was a good person, and you did a good thing. Just because it maybe didn't turn out that way, or it ended up being whatever it is, that's not on you. That's on the other person. And don't let that discourage you. That's kind of what I want to finish this message off tonight with is sometimes there are people that put on airs, right? There are folks that turn it on when they're on camera, and they get into in a mood, or they get in a character, I guess would be the proper way to say this. They become a character when they're on TV, or they're in church, or they're somewhere where people are going to see them. But in private, they are entirely different people. In private, they may be shady, they may be jealous, they may be all kinds of things. Insert negative word here, right? I know many of those folks. You may know many of those folks. You may know some of those folks that I know that put on a persona when they're on camera, but every now and then you see things crack where things don't add up, right? It happens. There are people that are out there that will use you for your charity and for your goodwill with ill intent. But that's not your fault. And that's not your problem. And don't let that get you down. We've all probably been through something like this before. I sure as heck know I have. From a number of different people throughout my entire life. Some friends, some family, some people that I've worked with. And that's just people taking advantage of my goodwill. And it is frustrating. It is annoying. And it can make you angry. But don't let it change the person you are and make you not do what you want to do. Don't let that person or those people that take advantage of you every now and then change your willingness to do good deeds and to do good things. There's going to be people like that no matter who you are. No matter how big you are, no matter what you accomplish in life, there are people out there that are going to be those people that take advantage. They see an opportunity and they'll take it, regardless of whether or not they need it a lot of times. Some of your richest people are extremely manipulative. They are people who use other people and do absolutely everything they can to not give away money. You know, there's the old adage: the rich are the rich for a reason, right? Because they don't give away money. Well, yeah, that's true. But they also a lot of times are going to take advantage of every possible situation they can. They're the people that are going to double up on coupons. They're going to cheat every possible system they possibly can. They're going to use every little thing they possibly can to get every little discount they possibly can. And then they're not going to usually do that the other way. You know, if somebody tries to do it to them, they're going to be absolutely not. They're going to fight it tooth and nail because they're just that kind of person, right? I've known a lot of those folks. I've known a lot of them. I've worked with them. I've been friends with them. I've been around them as my family members that are just take, regardless of whether or not they need it. And then those of us who are givers, sometimes we get taken advantage of. But if you are truly a giving person, if you are truly a good person and you believe in this kind of thing, do not let those kind of experiences spoil the positive, giving, loving person that you are. It's tough sometimes, and it will make you mad as hell sometimes. But don't let it change you. Keep doing what you do and knowing that you are on the right path, that you are doing the right things. Just try to be a little wiser, maybe. Learn a lesson or two along the way. And maybe get taken advantage of a little bit less. But still keep putting yourself out there. The worst thing that they could possibly take from you is your willingness and your eagerness and your drive to do good. If they snuff out that, that's far worse than taking advantage of you monetarily or physically or spiritually or emotionally. Because they're getting rid of a good person. They're taking a good person off the board, and we can't afford to lose many of you. We know the world's a negative place. It's a tough place. It's a difficult, crappy place a lot of the times. There's not a lot of really positive people out there, and we need every single one of you guys and gals and kids on this team. That's what we're looking for, right? Anyway, that's enough of me talking about that in the parking lot of a Cracker Barrel. Thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate you. I am going to continue to work on this process. I've got to figure out the smart ways to do it. The fact that you guys spend so much time with me and that you follow these videos and that so many people have subscribed and are invested in this project, it means a ton to me. It really does. I am very humbled by the fact that there are so many people that are on board with this, and I really, really appreciate you. If you are interested and you've made it this far in the video and you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the subscribe button. We're always looking for new team members here at Good Things for Good People. All we ever ask from you is just spending time here. Put a comment in the comment section below, click on the like button, and spend some time here. That's all there is to it. It's a charity that all you got to do is donate a little bit of your time, and you can do it anytime you want. Whether it's in the morning, in the shower, if you want to listen to me while you're in the shower, if it's while you're driving down the road, don't watch your phone. If it's while you're at lunch, just put your phone on and set it at the table. Whatever it is, as we continue to grow that audience and we continue to rack up those watch minutes and we continue to grow the team of positive people out there, it's going to be a good force for good. I know it is. It's going to be. And I promise I'm not going to give up on this. I am not going to give up on this. I know that I'm going to probably slow down a little bit on the whole daily videos thing after I get past the 90 days that all of the YouTube teachers say you've got to do the first 90 days. Just really grind it out and get after it. I'm hopefully going to have this channel monetized in the first 90 days, which would be awesome. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We'll see. But I'm not going to give up on it. We're going to do this as a long run kind of thing, because if we don't give up, we're never going to lose. All right, guys. Thank you for spending your dang near 20 minutes with me this evening. I'm not going to go over analytics today because I obviously am not home. I had to make a little bit of a run for lifestyle or for family life stuff today. So I'm not going to be able to do any of that stuff, but I will get this video up. It's going to go up late. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you watched it in the morning, I guess. I will catch up with you on analytics tomorrow? Probably. Not entirely sure what tomorrow is going to look like. You never know. It's a new day. Who knows? I got some ideas, though. Got some ideas. Oh, and we're just a couple of days left in the Santa season, the Christmas season. So, hey, SantaClips@gmail.com. If you want a custom Santa video for you or a loved one or a child or grandchild or coworker or whomever, as long as it's PG, shoot me an email, hey, SantaClips@gmail.com, and I will make you a custom Santa thing with me all whited out and all sanded up. And I will send it to you free of charge. It's not anything that I'm sharing. It's not anything that I'm charging people for. It's all just part of the game, right? That's my thank you to you for spending time here. If you're interested, please get that done. Send it in to me, and I promise you I will get it to you before Christmas. Yeah, I think that's about it. I got to get back home. It's almost 9 o'clock tonight, and I've still got another hour's worth of driving to do. So thank you very much again for being here. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Or today. Whatever.